It's showtime. Yes, we're a bit early. We caught you out. Of course we did. Can you guys let me know if the audio and visual is good? If so, we can crack on. We've already got over 100 people already, so well done, the early birds. Excelente. Oh my God, we got a first donation already. You guys are awesome. Check it out. Big thanks to myself, Russell Brand, Neil McCoy Ward for waking me up to the real world. Awesome. 0.69. You're very welcome, sir. And yes, we have got intel coming your way. 5x5. Awesome. And we have Pilgrim first on the case. Thanks, brother, from across the ponds there. Fantastic. Right. Before we crack on, just a little update about tomorrow. If you don't already know, we'll just check this out now, shall we? We have got some winds coming. Now, I just checked, we've got over 50 miles an hour winds most of tomorrow. Okay, so wherever you guys are, just make sure that you've got your stuff sorted out for outdoors, okay, because it's going to get wet and windy tomorrow, as you can tell by what we're looking at the screen here. All right, so just a little heads up, you folk, don't get caught out in it, okay? It could turn a bit nasty, but we'll wait and see. Yes, I'm aware that it is winter, but if you don't know about winds, you could get caught out. You could get all sorts of damage. So that was just, oh, look at that random pause. So yeah, that was just a quick heads up, you guys. So we're all coming in clear. Now we've had a bit of a smack on the nose as regards shadow ban. In the last week, we've only had 200 subscribers, way down. Now, despite my best efforts to try and persuade people as much as possible to share my videos on WhatsApp, Facebook, and Telegram on the groups, looks like they're trying to shut me up. So pretty much over the target of what we're talking about, what they don't want to hear. Slave to Low Man, how you going, brother? Oh my God. Is this Christmas? Wow. Texas. Thank you for that donation, brother. That really means a lot, big time. Yeah, this week's been a real kick in the nuts, pretty much, because not many people are getting to see these videos. So if you can, please share it. It really helps. The thumbs up also helps as well. Whether you've been notified on this, if you got a notification too late, check your settings to make sure that notification bell is switched to on. That would be really cool. Excuse me. So yes, we are going to continue where we left off last week about the Civil War coming to the UK. I know it sounds crazy, it sounds bonkers, but like we've been uncovering on the last live stream, and we are going to continue to wade through all of those notes in the research, what I've done last week, and I've added a few things as well. We've got some stuff to share on the screen, lots of information coming to you live and direct from Wales here in the UK. Already we got 415 people in the chat. That's fantastic. In 3 minutes, that's really good. So apologies if you guys are watching on the replay and you don't want to hear, sorry, all of this community chat going on. Tough. The best advice is to skip forward a bit if you don't want to get involved in the community. You don't have to, but we have got a seriously good community out there. All of you guys and girls who tune in on a regular basis, it is beyond fantastic. It really is, because I know lots of us have become isolated since 2020 with the lockdowns and stuff, and lots of people have made really good friends here in the community. The aim of my channel and my videos is to make people aware what is not being talked about in the mainstream. I will continue to speak my truth as long as I can before they finally shut me down on this channel. So if you haven't done so already, please consider signing up to the mailing list. Okay, now we are going to be getting one out on Monday, first thing in the morning, so make sure that you check your inbox for your emails. Basically, I've set this up. It's quite expensive. It costs 50 odd pounds. No, it's 60 pounds, sorry, it's gone up every single month just to have this email facility. but it's important because it is a lifeline. Okay, we can get information out to over 5,500 people so far signed on to the mailing list, which is awesome. And we're not far away from the website launch. It's still on schedule to be done before Christmas, so we are looking really good about that. So yes, if I do get demonetized because I'm talking about all of this stuff, I can still reach out to you guys via email. It's very important, okay? It doesn't cost anything. It's completely free. All you need is a name, and it doesn't even have to be your real name, and an email address, and you'll get that email. It's full up with links, hints and tips and stuff, which I just can't talk about on here because of the nanny state YouTube terms and conditions. Okay, so yes, the mailing list, that link is below this video. Okay, really important. If you haven't done so already, I urge you guys to do that. There's lots of members and all the rest of it in this community who are already signed up. And if you've got any problems, if you're not receiving emails, send me an email. Sorry, that is underneath this video as well. An email, yes, you can email me directly. Gone are the days where we had YouTube private messaging, long gone. But we have got a very good substantial email account. Okay, so hit me up with an email, and we can get the mailing list fixed if you've got problems, or indeed if you want to talk about anything directly to me which you don't want to put in the public comment section. Okay, that's really good. And also, someone asked me on Instagram, I think it was yesterday afternoon, forgive me, I forget what your name is, but they asked me if I've got a shipping address, because some people want to send me stuff. It's absolutely fine, you don't have to, but this guy wanted to know, and I said watch the live stream and I'll put the address there. So that is underneath the video as well. Click on more and you will see my PO box, and you can send whatever you want. Okay, that really is kind, and it sort of takes me back to the olden days when I've done my YouTube channel in 2012, when I was sending stuff all around the world, and it looks like stuff's coming back like a payback thing. It's really cool. So what house have we got? Okay, yeah, the new guys, only a couple of hundred this week, so it's down. Just a quick one, if you don't know and you're new here, probably obviously this has turned out to be my main job. That's it, for a set of unforeseen, weird, strange events which happened September last year. I become out of work and I decided to make YouTube a real go of things. Now, you don't have to. I'm not asking, but if you can, it really helps. Donations are very welcome, especially when you just get hit with a £520 bill for your vehicle with the MOT. Yes, just before Christmas. Thank you very much. So you don't have to. I'm not asking, but if you can, it really does help keep this channel afloat, because yes, we are all up against it. So I don't want to go on too much about that. What we would like to do before we get warmed up, we've got nearly 700 here already. That's really cool in 8 minutes. Where are you guys watching from? That would be bloody good, wouldn't it, to see? So we're dropping right into the live chat now. And wowzers, we have got love from me and Macy. Catherine, thank you very much for that donation. That's amazing. And we got a new member, me not you. New members are always welcome. And yes, to the new members now, you are going to get full access to all early release videos. So usually I would schedule a video anytime between 6 and 8 o'clock in the evening, mainly because most people are home from work and it's a good time to make sure that guys and girls don't miss the videos. But typically they're up ready for release around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and you guys can watch it straight from 1 o'clock. You don't have to wait till late at night. So me not you, you not me, ha ha. You are going to be enjoying that benefit too. So let me see. What have we got? We got some regulars in the house. Awesome. We're scrolling up and we want to try and get wow, looks like Mike G's £4,000 spent on my £3,500 car last year. Ouch. Ouch. Right, what have we got? We got people from all over the place. It's good to see Kaz, London girl, awesome. Speaking to the lovely Rachel Gregory as well. We do have a good community here. People always chat amongst friends, and it's great to see. It really, really is cool. Who have we got? We got Angie Mack from a defrosted Scott. Yeah, it's been a little bit cold and nasty, isn't it? Who else have we got? The South-Coast off-grid shed from the Outer Hebrides. Now, if you want to experience proper wind and rain, go and visit that place. Good to see you. Excuse me. Luke from Staffordshire. Excellent. We've got Barbara, as always, another member. Welcome back, Barbara. Good to see you again from Northampton. Brilliant. We've got someone else from Northampton. Don't tread on me. Yes, sir. An errant in a house. Yes. If you are not an errant, ask these guys who are, and they will fill you in. Pam, if you're about, can you drop the link to the YouTube video that I had with Jason on RKH? We've done a live stream together. That'd be good if the newbies can check out all about errant stuff. That would be awesome. So who else have we got? We got Lucifer's Army from Donny. I bet that's Doncaster. Oh, bit wet, is it? Who else have we got? Beer Box. Awesome. We have from BRECON, Wales. Brilliant. Who else have we got? We have Derek up there in Fife, up in Scotland. We got Irish Forever, Dublin. Now, I have been commenting on X, formerly Twitter, from McGregor himself, the MMM guy, and it looks like is running to be Prime Minister of Ireland. How cool is that? Let me know what your thoughts are about that. Do we really need a big shake-up with guys like that? I think we do. Why not? That's my own personal opinion, and we are all free to express it. Okay, we have Mary, the lovely Mary, is a member, as always, from Powys. Incidentally, that's where I am from right now. We have got Elegant Rebel in Hampshire. Wow, I was born and bred in Portsmouth. That's good to see. We got Somerset Girl, home of cider. Speaking of cider, we're going to have a little date with Uncle Henry tonight. If you haven't tried this stuff, I highly recommend it. It's not for the faint-hearted, as you can tell. 8.2% alcohol in there. Yes, it's not that woodpecker nonsense, let me tell you. We have got Anne from Cumbria. Goodness, we got a lot of females in the house tonight. What's going on? Look at this. Mama Todd, a member. Awesome. It's really cool to see. We have got Cymru over in Gwent in Wales. We've got the wonderful, marvelous Rachel Gregory. Hey, sweetheart. Down in the Cotswolds. Believe it or not, guys, it does get cold and windy in the Cotswolds. Even though it's full up with multi-billionaires, it still gets really windy and cold down there. Great to see you, honey. Awesome. We have got Carl in Nottingham, another member. Welcome, Carl. Good to see you, sir. We got Philip in Derbyshire, 852 in the chat. So for you guys who are watching on the replay, don't worry, hang around, and it won't take too much time to get started. Here we go. Check him out. We have got Born Outside. An awesome moderator. Don't mess, because he'll whack you in the sin bin, and is in N Kent, which I believe is North Kent. Good to see you, Tim. Always good to see you, buddy. I'm not sure if we're going to be having Faye in here. Her life's literally turned all over the place, so she's probably having a bit of a break. We got Maxine Thomas from Leicester, another member. Fantastic. Here we go. The Beaverine Kid. Pilgrim, Plymouth, Massachusetts, the United States. Kiss my ass. Yes, sir. Good to see you, brother. Always good to see you. And we've got Pamela as well. Fantastic. The home of the UFOs. I know you're going to kick me in the ass. I keep saying that. New Mexico. How cool is that? Awesome to see you again, Pamela. Thanks very much, as always, for moderating the chat, as to all the other mods. We have Michael in Kings Lynn. We got Gaz, as always. Hey, Gaz is down in Shropshire. We've got Dave, he's down in Bridgend in Wales. We got Cornwall, Matt Francis. Good to see you, Matt. Been a while, sir. I hope you're well. What do we got here? We've got Patricia on the west coast of Ireland. Wow, you're going to be getting the winds before us guys because it's coming in from the west. So batten down the hatches. It's going to be windy tomorrow. Okay. Also, look at that. We got Isabel. Good to see you, sweetheart, over in Landod. We got Daniel up in Motherwell. Sorry about that. No, I'm only joking. Good to see you. I'm a right git sometimes. We got Baz, the Welsh patriot. All right, son, how you going? Some bridge in. It's down in South Wales, where you have a real Welsh accent when you speak down South Wales. They haven't got much of an accent in Mid Wales. I don't know why. Right, good to see you, Baz. Anyway, sorry, mate. I'm only mucking around. What do we got here? Oh, Brian, good to see you, mate. It's been a while. Is in limbo between Chelmsford and Lincolnshire. Oh, yes, you've had a big life change over the last couple of years, mate. I hope you're doing well, mate. And I saw your comment earlier about the green smock. Yes, that's upstairs, and that was by a woman who called herself Zara Industries. It's an olive green filled smock, which I got 40, 50 pounds, something like that, years ago now. Apparently, unfortunately, she's died. So if you can find one of those, grab it, mate. They're really good. I can recommend them. We've got Dave. He's down in Stockport. Awesome, wicked. And we have got Bernice O'Connor. She's Wokington in Cumbria. That's where they do that really good sticky toffee pudding, I think it is. Cartmel. Very, very good. Very good. I can recommend that. We're not far away. We've got 900 already. We got Cornish Cowboy. He's down in Lisgard. Sorry about that, mate. I do apologise. What a place. Playing. Just don't worry about it. Don't get upset. Spirit Crusader. What a nice handle. Like it. He's down in Yorkshire. Spot on. We got Steve. He's over in Mississippi, United States. Kiss my ass. Oh, yeah. We're rocking and rolling. And we got the fantastic Love You Like a Brother. Run to the Woods. Yes, I've still got that chainsaw, mate. It's awesome. He's over in Derbyshire. Good to see you there, brother. We got Ed. He's in upstate New York. Whoa. Apparently, crime's going through the roof in New York. My friend Jason is called Angry Prepper, if you don't know him. It's been reporting on the police and the issues going on in New York. So, yeah, not looking good out there. Over there, we've got 79 Jody in Hammersmith in London. Brilliant. We got people all over. We got John. He's up in Jockland. And hello, Drew. We always see Drew every week. Hi, mate. He's in Learminster. And we have got Squirrel Sniper. That 1,000-yard stare. He's down in South Downs. Awesome. Lovely part of the world. Excuse me. We got Little Carol. She's down in Swindon. Sandy from Jacklaw Knives resides in Swindon. If you don't know his YouTube channel, it's called Wiltshire Man. Give him a follow. He's a good friend of mine, and he lives in Swindon too. Good to see you, Carol. That's awesome. We got Liz, as always, from Liverpool. Sorry, calm down. Liverpool. We got John. He's over in Leeds. Good to see you, mate. He's another member. Awesome. We got Anna over in Northumberland. Who else have we got? Good to see you, Anna Jones. And we got Jace. He's over in Belfast, Northern Ireland. Somehow butchered that accent. I'm having a right giraffe tonight, isn't I? Wicked. We got Maureen over in the Midlands. We got Jerry. He's over in Manchester. You all right, son? Oh, Cole is over in Oz. G'day, mate. Put another shrimp on a barbie there, Blue. Oh, my God. I'm going to get my ass kicked. Wicked. Right. Let me see. We got Vampire Jack in Grimsby. Sorry about that, mate. Oh, nightmare. And Mrs. Raven Nuts in Grimsby. I do apologise having to live out there. I'm only playing. Oh, my God. We got John. He's down in Swansea. Awesome, down in South Wales. Who else have we got? We got Milwana. Yeah, man. It's from Norfolk. Good to see you, brother. Keep it real. Don't get it twisted. There we got Cornish Bob. Hello there, son. How you doing? Is over in Penporth in Cornwall. Brilliant. Is another member as well. You know, it makes sense. We've got lots of members in the house. Speaking of members, we're just going to jump over here. You guys are showing lots of love tonight. That's incredible. Wow. Now, I don't know how this works, but Me Not You has gifted 5 memberships. I'm not sure, but if people can look into that to see how it works, you might be able to become a member for free, because this amazing person has just put free memberships out there for 5 people. So check it out. That's awesome. Wow, thank you, Simon. Very nice for that donation, sir. You don't have to, but it really helps. It's going to go towards paying that 500 quid bloody car bill. A nightmare. We've got Elegant Rebel 2. What's the drink? Beer, lager, cider. Elegant Rebel. There we are. If I can turn it around the right way. It is my favourite cider. Okay. Henry Weston's by the Herefordshire Vintage Cider. Okay. It's the vintage one. They do organic, they do cloudy, but in my opinion, this is the best one, because if you look on there, look at that, 8.2% volume. It will put a hump on a camel's back. So we're rolling with cider tonight. Thank you very much for that. That's awesome. You guys are fan-bloody-tastic. We're almost ready to get rocking and rolling. Also, thank you very much to Carl on PayPal. Fantastic. And also Alan, thank you very much. I believe you guys done the same last week. Brilliant. Also, thank you to everyone who's donated through the week with super thanks, and indeed buy me a coffee, Ko-fi and PayPal. It really helps. So anyone who's watching this in a replay, if you want to, you absolutely can. It really helps. Here we go. My God, look at that. We have got Baz, a member. Awesome. Welcome to the community, Baz. You got some good folk in here, bro. Just all you got to do is be respectful, and you can stay as long as you like, sir. Awesome. And yeah, you will get upcoming release videos as well before anyone else. And I've kept it as cheapest as I possibly can. So we're all good in hood. Right. We are going to wipe that, because we got some stuff to talk about. Yeah, we have actually. So the UK, I'll tell you what, let's timestamp it. There we go, 22:50. The live stream is officially starting. We've been chatting with the community. We're all good in the hood. We're all settled in, and we are going to be learning lots of stuff. And we want hints and tips and advice. And whether you think I'm right or wrong, as much info as you can. Whack it in the chat and the comment section if you're watching on the replay. So, is the UK heading towards a civil war? Let me know what you think. Now, I'm not going to repeat myself like what I said on the last live stream at the beginning. Okay, the definition of a civil war is literally factions between 2 groups. The victor out of the 2 groups would literally come into power or heavily influence government. So they can either influence it, or they can literally form government based on the popularity and the backing of said group. So we've already outlined the 2 groups. Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I advise you watch the first half an hour of the live stream, part 1. Okay, before this one. All right. So we're going to be rolling on with what we have been researching. Like I say, this is my job, and I spend my time researching, and it takes a lot of time. Okay, not only just researching, but cross-referencing to make sure it's not BS. The last thing we want to do is to put BS out there. Now, let me tell you this. If I do make a mistake, trust me, I will come out and make an apologies. Okay, I've got no problem holding my hand up saying I'm wrong. Okay, we all do it. We all make mistakes. We're all human. Well, most of us are. Unless you're one of those alphabet people, you automatically dehumanize yourself if you want to go down that pride stuff. But that's another subject. Okay, finance. So what we're doing is we're discussing the 2 groups of what we have here in the UK, but not just the UK, all over the West. This live stream is just about the UK. Don't get it twisted. Okay, so all these things which I'm going to be discussing about is literally going to be strengthening the two groups. And when the two groups are so strong, they are going to kick off and there will be a victor. In American Civil War, you had the blues and the greys, okay? We are looking fast forward over the next 3 or 4 years. So what can we find out about what's fueling people to pick sides in these two groups, which will eventually possibly lead to a civil war? Like I say, let me know what you think. Finance. We didn't talk about this last week. There's been so many notes. It's crazy. So central bank digital currency, complete control from 2025. Guess what, guys? It's only just over a year away. Yeah, 365 days plus. It's not far. Hell no, it is not far at all. So let me just glide over. We've got the Bank of England, which we are going to show you. Let me see. Yes, okay, right. We're sorted. So we are ready to present. We just got it all set up. Okay, so let's go straight to it then. Central bank digital currency. We're talking about the UK. Here we go. The digital pound. This is official. Bank of England, as you can see up there, bankofengland.co.uk. You would have thought that would be bankofengland.com, wouldn't you? Nonetheless, we are where we are. Okay. We are looking at the case for issuing a digital pound. Looking at the case. Guys, they're already going to do it, okay? All of this pretense that they're looking into it and they're studying it, it's already been planned and it is coming down the road, okay? So don't fall for this. Oh, it's in its infancy. We're just looking into it. No, it's coming down the road, okay? You've only got to look around the world and look at the signs which have been popping up everywhere. So we're going to scroll through this, okay? It just wants to get you on board with using your phone, okay? We're not talking cards, we're not talking contactless, digital wallets. The only way you can have a digital wallet is have it in your smartphone. So if you want to be like Björn, don't have a smartphone, you won't have a digital wallet. So the next steps for a digital pound. Look at this. I've highlighted the important bits of this article. Sorry, it's their website. The earliest date we would issue the digital pound would be the second half of the decade. Like I said, this is coming into play for 2025, okay? They have done a paper on this, but it's still a discussion paper. On the face of it, because I've been monitoring this, it doesn't appear to be much development as regards central bank digital currency in the UK. The consultation papers here. If you want, I can whack a link, but all you need to do basically is to go into your search engine, type in bankofengland.co.uk/the-digital-pound. That's it. Type that in, boom. You're reading exactly what I'm reading, okay? Look at this, your questions answered. Would the digital pound replace physical money? Do you think they would do it? Should we go and see? If, really, this means when we introduce the digital pound, it would not replace cash. Instead, we would like to work alongside cash. Right. Flag. Okay, so we're going to break down what we just saw there. Okay, so they're not going to get rid of cash. They're going to run alongside cash because they understand lots of people like it and they still use it. We're going to get into some of that in a minute. But what I think they are going to do is they are going to make it very difficult, very inconvenient, very clunky, possibly very expensive to continue using cash moving forward. Okay, like I said, you've got two sides to the fence. You've got Team A and Team B. Okay, so Team A is basically going to be a group like the left, the liberals, that sort of thing. People who thought that was a good idea, basically, people who think it's a great idea to be part of the EU, you know, that gangster-run organization of completely unelected officials who do a really good job siphoning money out of millions of people all over Europe. Okay, you know who I'm talking about, right? So these kinds of people would rather use their phone to handle all transactions rather than cash. See what I'm saying? Group A are those guys. And I like to think that the majority of people watching this are the Group B, who prefer to use cash, to prefer to support independent local businesses rather than use your Google Pay on your phone and go into ridiculous conglomerates. So we're talking places like Costa or Starbucks. Incidentally, Starbucks have stopped taking cash in all of their stores. So if you want to continue businesses which say no to cash, you're probably going to fall into team A, and probably not very good friends of us guys. I'm just putting it black and white, straight talk. You can muck around with the grey if you want, but central bank digital currency is a bit of a thing. But when we're talking about finance, it ties in with other things. Okay, look at this. So you've been hacked. How to safeguard your digital wallets from getting hacked. This is one of the biggest concerns which we are going to face over the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Okay, big time. They want everything to go online. They want everything to run through an internet connection. They want everything digital. Okay. The problem I see with that is the more things which are needed to make something to run, the more chances of that system program failing. Okay, the more things that are needed to make things work, the more chances it's got of failing. Moreover, being hacked. So the agenda is they want everyone to stop using cash because they're going to make it so freaking difficult and so ridiculous and so expensive to use cash. You're pretty much going to have very little choice, and you are going to probably eventually go over to having a digital wallet, paying with everything on your bloody phone. Okay, so getting hacked. At the moment, the system seems to be quite secure, but let me tell you this, the more youngsters who are getting older, the more youngsters who want to earn money, they're going to get smart. They're going to educate themselves, and they're going to become hackers. They're going to earn a lot of money siphoning data from the likes of us guys. Okay, so we're going to go down there. This is quite an interesting article, actually. It came out this year, but let me scroll down. Look at this. How often are e-wallets hacked? Okay, this is from a top cyber website. So listen to this. From the start of the outbreak in April 2020, we all know what happened there when you pressed that fire button. There have been roughly a dozen hacks, and almost $3 billion worth of crypto have been taken from exchanges. Hackers have numerous different methods for obtaining crypto, including stealing or guessing your password, breaking into an exchange platform, phishing for information, and more. Okay, so if you want to go through this article, it's quite cool. You can see the link. There we go. Global FinTech Series. Okay, go onto that website. It's pretty cool, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, excuse me. Got some repeats going on here. Right, let me just close some of these tabs down because it gets really complicated. So, right, okay. So whilst we're on the subject of cash, because they are trying to digitalize everything, I mean everything, they're going to try and get it all right? So, like yourself, hopefully you use cash. Check this out. Look, this is from the Mail. 6 in 10 free cash machines will have disappeared from the UK. 5 years ago, there was 50,000 free ATMs, okay? 50,000 cash points, okay? Some 23,000 cash points are expected to close, bringing the number down from 38,000 to 15,000. So that is a big jump, okay? Look at that. From 50,000 right down to 15. Lots of people are going to notice the decline in cash points. I'd like to bring your attention to this as well. Since the start of last year, 1,250 bank branches have been shut or put on notice of closure, according to Link. You remember the Link cash points, etc.? Well, check this out. Last week alone, Lloyds Banking Group announced a further 45 branches to be axed by August. Now, this is quite an old article. We've done videos on this probably about a year ago. And I do believe, from my sources who email me, this is a continuing trend. We are continuing to see cash points being removed. This used to be free. There was one. They blanked it off, gone. Now there's two. That'll eventually become one. And then when that goes, this will all be gone. Okay. This is, ladies and gentlemen, a sign of the times. Now look at the stuff that they're putting, trying to back up their claims. This is what we're up against. Okay. The ATM network costs around £420 million a year to operate, with £400 million spent on the equipment and £20 million covering Link and other running costs. This is what I just said, okay? They are going to try and put it across to you guys that it's very clunky, it's very expensive, it's very time consuming, and it's really dangerous for spreading viruses on banknotes. Now, if you didn't see last week, check this out. These are literally going all over the UK. If you haven't come across these yet, I'll show you the back in a sec. People are literally getting these, folding them in half, and putting them all over the place. Bus stops, train stations, toilets, shops, wherever they want to put them. People pick them up thinking, oh my God, I just found 20 quid. They'll open it up, boom. They get a clear, stark message. Keep cash alive. Don't be fooled. Intrigued? What's on the back? Well, I'm going to show you what's on the back, brother. Look at this. Say no to CBDC, which stands for Central Bank Digital Currency. All right. Why use cash? Well, it's simple, it's safe, it's instant, it's direct, it's private. Private, that should be top. Okay. Convenient, universal, unlimited, easy, and yes, you do get a degree of freedom because privacy and freedom go literally hand in hand. Okay. Look at this. Programmable money, if you don't already know. So if you could look at the bottom of his ticket, like I say, if you can sign up to my newsletter, that is below the video, because sharing information like this, I am taking a big risk in getting his channel shut down. But I'm going for it anyway. Look at this. cashisfreedom.uk. Okay. Cash is freedom, all one word, .uk. You type that into your search engine, my old mucker, and you'll be good to jog on down the Kermit, all right? You'll be absolutely good to go for sure. 100%. Right. Thank you, Jack, for that donation over on PayPal. Very kind, sir. Like I say, donations are seriously appreciated. So, yeah, they're trying to bring in the digital pound via central bank digital currency. That is set to roll out in 2025. It's just over a year away, okay? Even this alone is going to divide the country, okay? You're going to have all sorts of people. Now, listen, it doesn't matter what sort of person it is. You either think central bank digital currency is a good thing or a bad thing. It's that simple. It really is black and white. Now, in my opinion, it's time to grow a pair, a huge, great big pair, okay? And say, no, if you don't believe in anything, if it feels wrong, have the balls to say no. Because if you don't, guess what? You are literally helping the problem along. We need more people to start saying no. If you haven't seen my video, type in Funky Prepper space start saying no. Watch that video. I've done it 6 months or whatever it was ago. And yes, lots of people have seen it. The comments in it are fantastic. Watch the video, look at the comments, and yeah, we are amongst friends. There's lots of us who are literally had it up to here with the BS, and we're saying, no, I'm not having it. I'm going to continue to use cash. Thank you. I will support local businesses. I will go to the butchers, the bakers, the freaking candlestick makers. I will. I'm not going to go to these great big multi-billion pound bloody businesses and pay with my phone. Don't be a dick. Please don't. We need real people, because guess what? We got real problems. Real problems will stay all the time. Real people aren't there. It's time to start growing a pair. It really is. Because if you don't, guess what? You're going to be sitting there moaning, miserable, grumpy in 5 or 10 years' time saying, why didn't someone do anything? Well, you need to start doing something. We all need to start doing something. Don't think someone else is going to do it. If you're going to make a difference, you do it. Lead by example. People around you will follow suit, and that is how we're going to win and grow. If you don't want to take part of it, you are part of the problem. Join Group A and get that shot in your arm, make you feel good. Right, okay, cash points are closing everywhere. Of course they are. And the digital pound and the euro is being publicized. Cash is being limited. If you look at what's going on in Europe right now, cash is being limited, okay? There's not much of it about physically. They are literally doing everything they can to push people into paying digitally. They're not that far away from rolling out the digital euro. Did you know that? And if you think you guys in America, no, the digital dollar is not far away too. We are talking next year and the year after, we are going to be seeing this roll down the road. The problem with central bank digital currency is complete control. It's totally programmed. If you've had too much meat for the agenda idiots, guess what? They will block your transaction. And if cash is really hard, or maybe way into the future where there's no cash, you won't be able to get it. If you are like me and my friend on here, Slave to No Man, we would rather exchange goods. We would rather use cash. Yeah, for sure. And if we all done that, guess what? They would have a nightmare trying to implement this digital bull crap. They would. They need us. So if you want to help them, the evil, idiot, disgusting agenda people, if you want to help them, yeah, use your card all the time. Pay with your phone. Support big companies. Yeah, you do that. Be part of the problem. If you're part of the problem, you're not welcome on this channel or this community. Bye-bye. We're trying to help and educate people. We've got really sound community on here. We've got aware preppers, not just preppers. No, the basic prepper is someone who puts a few tins of beans under the stairs. We're way past that. We've been doing that stuff for 10, 20 years now. That's how you start. We're aware, and it's very important. So what else have we got? Ah, yes, the self-checkouts. Now, who loves using the self-checkouts? Those hideous, disgusting things where you go into a shop and you pack all of it yourself and you do everything yourself. Surely, remember the old days. Now, I remember back in the day, you would go into a shop, doesn't have to be a supermarket, and you would go around, you put stuff in your basket, every single item had a price sticker on it, okay? I noticed in America and Walmart and places, you've got like digital screens, and some of them we are seeing in Aldi right now. Yeah, breaking news, if you didn't know, yes, it exists. You can look at the price stickers on the shelves in Aldi, not all, but some of them. I wouldn't want to guess, I would say 5% of all of the prices that you see on the shelves in Aldi, they're screens. They make them look like normal prices. It's a screen. If you look closely, you can see them. And guess what? They can update those prices for those items on that shelf within seconds. Imagine the pandemonium of that. You go into Aldi, I don't know, you pick up a tub of mushrooms for £1. Okay. Well, when you took them off of that, it was £1. What if you got to go around the store for another half an hour or even an hour, putting other stuff in your trolley? You get to the checkout, then mushrooms are turned into £1.20. In that time, yes, we are going to be seeing that. The systems are already in place, Jack. Yeah, they have got little screens disguised to look like normal price stickers or labels on the shelves in Aldi. Let me know if you are seeing this in other shops. I predict that probably Co-op, if they're not already doing it, they're going to be doing it soon. And yes, we're talking live price updates. Like I said, back in the day, we had stickers. You got that tin of beans, you looked at it, 20p, that's the price I've agreed to pay to exchange contracts for goods and services for these tin of beans. In the trolley it goes. When I get to the checkout, I pay cash. And most of the time, you have some lovely woman at the end of the till. Would you like me to pack your bags for you, sir? Oh, thank you very much. And most of them, not all, but most of them are really good at packing. I'm a Virgo and I'm a bit anal about packing. I like to make sure that I've got heavy stuff on the bottom, crisps or whatever lightweight stuff on the top so it doesn't get broken and it doesn't fall over. It's all stacked. To me, it's common sense. I've seen people out there getting bags of lettuce and then throwing big tins of potatoes on top, smashing it all up. These are the people we would really try and distance ourselves from, okay? But nonetheless, that's how much it changed. Fast forward, what have you got? I'll tell you what we've got. These hideous self-checkout places. How many times have, if you've done it yourself or you've seen someone use it, there's a problem, some member of staff's got to come over, go through the transaction, etc. There's a lot of theft going on, but not only that, guess what? The level of monitoring on those self-checkout systems is frigging insane. Next time you go to a supermarket, do yourself a big fat favor. Look up. Take your time. Look at the cameras. There's not just about 30 or 40 in a supermarket. No. Try about 300. Yeah. And if you really want to bake your noodle, wow. Who's heard of the notion America? Land of the free, home of the brave. How free is America? Not that free when you go to Walmart. Look up. How about a couple of 100 cameras? You can go down an aisle and there's 100 cameras on one aisle. You guys in America right now, you tell me. You tell the guys in the chat over here in the UK and Australia or around the world, mate. You tell them what it's really like. We need to know the truth. They're not saying this in the newspapers, are they? Just look up when you're in supermarkets. Look, it's unbelievable. So if you want to get your biometric data stolen because they've not asked for your consent, when you enter a supermarket like Tesco's is unbelievable. When you go in there, they say, excuse me, sir, I'm just making you aware that if you, or when you enter this store, if you decide to do so, we have the right to gather as much data from you as possible. Yeah, speech. Guess what? They got microphones in there too. It's not just cameras. They're recording everything in these supermarkets. Everything. Yeah. Video, audio. Most of the time it's being recorded. Where's it going? What's happening to all that data? They're gathering so much data. And if you've got one of those loyalty cards, yeah, at what price? At what price? Now, I'm not trying to see if I've got something more on that. Yeah, here we go. You're going to like this. So if I present this, this is going to back up what I'm saying. Some people accuse me of making it up. It's not. I'm just telling you what's going on. Check this out. This is money. All right. So this was in summertime this year in June. Nothing to hide. There it is. Okay. Look at this. It's a really interesting report. How much does your supermarket really know about you? Loyalty cards might get you big discount. Look at this. I've highlighted it because it's important. But it's an expense of your privacy. Yeah. So this is quite an interesting article. And I advise, if you're new to all this sort of stuff, have a look at it. I've highlighted some more for you. The more data supermarkets have got, the more they are able to forecast demand on the basis of past behavior and better able they are to manage their stock. That is what they're telling you. Okay. So it sounds like a good idea. Okay, so the more data that they can get, the more that they know what to stock and what not to stock, what's popular. But do they need to link that with your name and address and all of that nonsense? No, they just need to know what gets sold. They've got none of their frigging business where you live and what your phone number is and your email. It's just none of their business. All they need to know is what sells and what doesn't. So this, right, this is BS. That's a funky BS alert. I'm going to make a jingle about these because it's going to be cool going forward. Look at this. How much a customer saving? Look at this. Tesco, for example, says customers can save up to £351 a year using one of these club card things. Wow. In a cost of living crisis, you give up your private personal data and you could save all of that. Let's face it, if you don't care, that 350 quid can go towards all sorts of other preps, which could be really useful moving forward. Okay. Look at this. Sainsbury's and Tesco sell the information to other companies who use it for advertising. Boom. There you go. Absolutely. They sell your data to other companies. All right. Waitrose, which does not sell customer data to third parties. So if you can afford it and you need to, go to Waitrose because they won't pass your data on. All right. Check this out. We can see this section highlighted here on the screen. The information handed over when signing up to these loyalists services is often quite personal too, like I just said, such as home address, phone number, and email address. So it's important to think about limiting the data where possible in case this information is ever compromised. There we have it, boys and girls, pretty much in a big fat juicy nutshell. Yes. Unbelievable. They sell your data. Like, they will have you believe, like I said, the only reason they do it is because they want to know what stocks are good, basically. But do they really need to know your full name, your legal name, the straw man name, don't forget, okay? They need to know that. And by the way, when you look at one of these cards, your name will be in capital letters. Yes. If you understand maritime law, you know what I'm talking about. So yes, they want your full name and address, email address, and phone number. Wow. So if you are in possession of a loyalty card or multiple loyalty cards, please don't be surprised if you start getting weird emails, phone calls. I know someone personally who's been getting phone calls recently. Let me know in the chat if you've been receiving phone calls from don't know who they are and you don't normally. Let me know in the chat right now. Rachel, if you're there, check it out. See what people are putting. Because I'll tell you this much. I think this is on the rise. I think more and more people are getting phone calls. Personally, if I don't know the number, I don't answer it. If they know me or it's important, they can send me a text. 9 times out of 10, they don't. So maybe block it. There you go. Squirrel Sniper. Yes, you've been getting phone calls. MT, you've been getting phone calls. Wow. Yes, weird phone calls. Anne Marie. Rachel, sweetheart, you're not alone. Look at what's coming up in the chat. So yes, it is a problem. This is what happens when people sign up for these things unknowingly. Boom. Guess what comes back? It's crazy. So we deep dive just in 53 minutes just talking about that. Wow, who remembers the supply chain issues of 2020, 2021? Do you remember that? Yeah, Christ, I remember that one. Let's have a look. If you don't know, just jog your memory a bit. Look at this. This is S&P Global, okay? So some of you know the S&P 500 in the state. This is the global market intelligence network structure. So we're looking at container shipping supply chains will remain disrupted well into last year, okay? So we're going back in time and we're going over this. Port congestion continues to significantly slow the circuitry movement of ships, containers, and other transport assets, including chassis removing capacity, lengthening transit times, and forcing shipping rates much higher. Yes, who remembers this? That was insane. This is quite a good in-depth analysis, but I suspect this is only scratching the surface of what actually happened. We are truly living in crazy times. So yes, we did have supply chain issues, didn't we? Who remembers? So when we're talking about supply chains, It wasn't just shipping containers. What else had a knock-on effect with supply chains? Yes, 2021, only a couple of years ago, the fuel supply crisis. Who remembers that? Well, I certainly do. I was fine. I had loads of jerry cans stocked up, but unfortunately, many didn't. Many didn't run by the philosophy of trying to keep their tanks topped up as much as possible, allowing them to get really empty, and then boom, no warning, this comes straight out of the blue, gobsmacked. Yes, 2021 United Kingdom fuel supply crisis was a period of a few weeks, so not just a day or two, a few weeks, in which petrol stations in some parts of the UK actually run out of fuel. There was, here we go, you can see on the pictures. Who remembers the chaos and all the queues just trying to get fuel? It's absolutely happened. And look at this, you can tell, look at that. Diesel was 1.37 a litre back then. Interesting. And look, back to normal. Yes, that absolutely happened. Panic buying. Yes, we all know what happens when people aren't prepared and they panic and they go out and stockpile. The mainstream media jump on all of that and they say it's the preppers who are stockpiling stuff, leaving less for everyone else. And we know it's BS. We know we stock up, stock up way in advance of a crisis. I mean, if anything, what did 2020 teach you? Never run out of bog roll. Unbelievable. Do you remember when it happened? So yes, the supply chain issues, that was a real thing. All of these things, because they've run the tests from 2020 to 2022, that was, in my opinion, the test bed area for all of these experiments which they've done. They've gathered the data, they crunch the numbers, they know what to expect. So with that information and that data, they can literally start these supply chain issues, cash shortage issues, food supply issues, all the rest of it whenever they want, because they know exactly how it goes down. They know exactly what's going to happen. And they've got all of that data to back it up. So now they've got all that information. It's just a matter of time before whenever they decide to press the fire button on X, Y, and Z. At the moment, we're talking about supply chain. They can really easy screw up the supply chain issue. Do you remember that great big, huge shipping container with the Suez Canal? And all of those shipping containers all around the seas, around the UK. Look at America. All of the bloody shipping containers around America was unbelievable. And around the UK ports as well. It was unbelievable. But it happened. Okay? People seem to forget. Now, I'll bet you any money, moving forward, you try to look for those news articles about all of these supply chain issues and stuff in the future. Guess what? They would have been removed. They would be deleted. We have at the moment the use of Wayback Machine. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Wayback Machine, type it into your search engine and you can go and find any website in the past and you can read it before it got deleted. Okay, you can read it before it got edited. Crazy the amount of editing going on. Pamela knows what I'm talking about, who follows Jason Archaics. History is being erased or edited or both. But we're not stupid. We've still got a memory. We remember what happened in 2020 and supply chains was crazy. Who remembers getting online food deliveries? How much of a nightmare that was. All of the stuff that you got was like pretty much like 1 day left on it, all of the fresh food. Ridiculous. You had tins that had dents in them. I can't stand personally paying money, my money, which I've worked for and I've earned, to let some spotty teenager in some supermarket who don't give a rat's ass to go around there picking up all sorts of stuff on the order, throwing it in a trolley, and when it gets delivered to your house, it's either almost out of date, it is out of date, it's got dents in it, the bag split, or whatever it is, or the wrong item entirely. I would rather do it myself. One of the big jumps in 2020, which enabled that fire button to be pressed, was fear. People were too scared physically to go to their supermarket and do their weekly or even their monthly shop. They relied on some bozo to do it, and it's a nightmare. And not only that, sorry, the amount of times people booked a delivery for 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, waited in, and it didn't turn up till 7 o'clock in the evening. No real excuse. It just is what it is. So you wasted the whole afternoon. That sort of service is crap. It really is not warranted here in the UK, a developed country. Really? Yes. Unbelievable. And who remembers the shortages in pet food? I know a few people who have got dogs and cats, and they had a nightmare at certain points in time in 2020 and indeed going into 2021. They go to the supermarket, their particular brand of pet food that their cat or the dog enjoys to eat was just not there. Yeah, some people might think, pets, who cares? Pets are awesome. Pets are very important, okay? And they should not be missed off the list. So that absolutely did happen. Let me know in the chat or the comments if you struggled to get pet food now and again, 2020 and 2021. All of that stuff could happen, absolutely. Not only that, there was a shortage of car vehicle parts. Not only that, the prices of tyres. I run BFGRECH tyres, the all-terrain K2, the really good ones, okay? I remember not that long ago, there was like £87 a tyre. Do you know how much they are now? £200 a tyre. Yes, they're manufactured in Germany. And I know you're going to get some of these left liberal ass-kissing idiots. They're going to say, oh, it's because of Brexit. It's your own fault for leaving the EU. How dare you, shame on you. Well, you guys, it's nothing to do with Brexit. It was the manufacturing plants which were in lockdown in 2020. They could not keep up with demand. The shortage of supply, prices went up. That's freaking common sense. Nothing to do with Brexit. Don't be a bellend. It's as simple as that. We're talking black and white, clean English now. All right. I do know that the time is coming for a quick brew, so we're going to be doing that. But yeah, parts for cars. Just imagine your MOT was about to expire. You took it in there, if you could. Oh, it's failed. We need to order the parts. Okay. How long is the parts going to take to get here? 2 months. What? It's got to be retested within 10 days. So without no fault of your own, you have to book the MOT in again when or if that part turns up. All these things have happened, and of course they're going to be happening soon. All of these things lead towards winding people up so much, going towards this civil war scenario. There's so many reasons to put people into two sides, and it's exactly what they're doing, and it's exactly what the ingredients are for civil war. One side against another. And at the moment, you've pretty much got one side who believes in the government and the mainstream, and the other side who don't. That is the easiest way I can freaking explain it. All the other little things, they can jostle around, interchange between the two. But that's predominantly what we're seeing here, a split in our population in the UK. Yeah, also, we was told in the mainstream press in 2020 that China was in total lockdown and nothing got manufactured. Well, guess what? Apparently, they carried on. Yeah, it wasn't like what they happened. China carried on. We was told they stopped. More lies from the mainstream media. So yeah, like I said, lots of the prices went up because of availability, or therefore lack of. Yes, I know it's shant o'clock. There's a new term. 1,200 people in chat. Thank you. Just quickly, you don't have to, but if you fancy a shant with Colonel Funky, you can. But of course, do it properly. All right, you need to do it properly. So we are having a nice cider. Personally, I don't like my drinks cold. This is a little bit cold because it's been in my prepper storage room. Okay. Maybe in the summertime, if it's super damn hot, I will absolutely cool it down. But usually I don't. So there we go. Henry Weston's vintage cider. And no, I'm not being paid by them. Cheers. Absolutely. Oh, excuse me. I very much apologize about that one. Well, let me just wipe off that one. Yeah, we got to remove that one. Oh, wow. Yes. What about the laws? The laws are changing. Let me bring this to your attention, okay? Moving forward. Okay, here we go. Government website, official, okay? No BS, straight up. Look at this. The Criminal Justice Bill, police powers. Now, this was only updated 7 days ago, right? Very, very recent. Are you aware of the amendments? Maybe, maybe not. But here we go. Right. What are we going to do with the Criminal Justice Bill? Section, police powers. Right. Look at this. I've highlighted the important parts to save time. Create new powers for the police to enter premises to search for and seize stolen goods, cutting red tape and empowering officers to tackle prolific offenders. Excuse me, got some gas pops coming up here. Look at this. Enable the police and others to access driver and vehicle licensing agency, i.e. the DVLA, based in Swansea, driving license records for a wider range of policing or law enforcement purposes. So yeah, the police can have full access to DVLA, all the records, and to enter your property. You got to read it to believe it. Look at this. The bill will amend the Theft Act. Right. So back in 1968, if you don't know what the Theft Act is, it's changed. Right. Listen to this. To introduce a new power for the police to enter premises to search for and seize particular items believed to be stolen without having to seek a warrant from a court. Yes. If they believe that there's something in your house which is stolen, they have the right, apparently, to enter your property without a warrant from the court. Unbelievable. And also, like I said, access to the DVLA driver license records. Wow. I don't believe that's been around for a while. The bill will clarify the list of policing and other agencies. So it's not just the police, other agencies, okay, which have to access the DVLA's driver license records for policing and law enforcement purposes. Yes, it's changing. Let me see. I think that was it. All it does is it pretty much just repeats itself. I've gone through it twice now. So yeah, it's happening, boys and girls. The police are going to be able to come into your house without a warrant. Pretty much, okay? It does have to be an inspector, a sort of a slightly more senior ranking officer to be present at the time of entering premises, pretty much. All right, so that's all changing. Things are changing, and that's a recent thing. Okay, some people are talking about it, not everyone, and it's just going down that road where we're losing our freedoms all the time. All the time, there's something. If you look over what's happened in this year, and we're only like what 3 or 4 weeks away from the end of the year, what a review it would be to see the changes in law. I mean, the Online Safety Act, previously known as the Online Safety Bill, which I've done 3 or 4 videos on. Okay, unbelievable. I still don't think most people fully grasp what's happened with the Online Safety Act. Honestly, it's just, we used to have freedom on the internet where we can do what we want. Well, guess what? As from next year, no way. You're all going to see huge changes. So they are going to be really stamping down on misinformation. So they're going to probably say, people like myself and many others who go out of our way, put our heads on the block during times like this to provide as much factual information and common sense as possible in a world that we are drowning in red tape, bureaucracy, health and safety, and all that freaking nonsense. In my opinion, as soon as you're 18, legally, you are legally responsible for yourself. I don't need a sign on the pavement telling me there's a frigging hole there. If I fall down that hole, guess what? It's my fault. I should have been paying attention. All this health and safety stuff, getting you what to think, what to do. Control, do as you're told, do this, don't do that. Are you sick and tired of being told what to do? We're human beings in a meat suit, living an existence, and we're just passing through a short period of time in this experience. You can believe whatever you want to believe, okay? Who's heard that term, seeing is believing? Guess what? You can see more with your eyes shut. Let that sink in. Do you think that's air you're breathing? Unbelievable. So, protest laws, stop and search powers, they've all changed, okay? Police can enter a property without a court warrant. We've just gone through that. Unbelievable. Look at the Terrorism Act. Whoa! Yes, unbelievable. Big changes in the Terrorism Act, okay? You can be put in custody over 14 days now without anything. And I do believe, now I could be wrong, but it's something I heard, that we had the right to remain silent. Apparently that's changed. That no longer stands. If you remain silent, you don't answer questions, you could be charged with an offence. Whether that's factual, I don't know, is something I've heard. Let me know in the chat if you think that's correct or it's made up. Well, if you actually know if it's correct, say so, because it will dismiss the naysayers, and because there's idiots out there all the time. Unbelievable. Yeah, the right to remain silent, stopping that. Whoa, big changes. The Online Safety Act. So it was given royal assent by our lovely King Sausage Fingers recently. Of course, is on board with the World Economic Forum and the United Nations, Agenda 21 and Agenda 2030, also Agenda 2050 as well. King Charles is fully on board and in bed with those people who are apparently running the show. Now, listen, here's a thing which has come to my attention a few weeks ago. We need to stop calling them, whoever they are, the elites. Don't call them elites. Don't empower them by calling them that. Just say them. If we say them, or those people, we have a rough idea. All the time we're calling them the elites or the powers that be. I've done it, but it's when you stop and listen to what you're actually saying and what the power of words do. Do you realize when you spell words, you're doing a spell? Very interesting. Not a lot of people know this stuff. It's quite deep. This is what separates a lot of preppers from aware folk. But we are coming together, which is good. We need to keep this movement going. We need to create awareness and spread it too. So yeah, before I forget, if you can share this video with your Telegram, WhatsApp, Facebook as well, share it on those groups. It's good because we get those guys on those groups to watch the video and they can all chat amongst themselves in their little groups. And it's really interesting to sort of for people to brainstorm. Apparently, even that term's not even allowed through health and safety and stuff now, equal opportunities, etc. You can't even say brainstorming. It's supposed to be called a thought shower, unless they've changed it. You see how ridiculous this is? Bonkers! All we want is common sense. They're trying to erase common sense. Yeah, it's true. Unbelievable. But it's true. So yes, they're going to be spying on all private online messages with the Online Safety Act. I believe they're going to implement the act next year. Okay, so you have got time up until the end of this year. After that, do not be surprised. Please don't cry like a baby that WhatsApp disappears. Please don't cry like a baby when Telegram disappears. Please do not cry like a baby when Signal disappears, because they will. They will. At some point next year, they will start to disappear. There's no way that these companies are going to pay fines from stopping them and the government from snooping in our private conversations. That's the whole point of private encrypted networks and point-to-point encryption. It ensures privacy between two people who have a key to unlock that conversation, decrypt it so they can read it. No one else, not even WhatsApp, Telegram, etc., can read it. I know WhatsApp's a joke, really. WhatsApp's really crap. It's to do with Facebook. I wouldn't trust them. Telegram as well. Telegram's just been bought out, sold on, just like DuckDuckGo. That's no longer safe. The only one at the moment is Signal, but that's limited. Even the CEO of Signal has come out and said if they are told by the government to implement this spy system into their things, they will leave the UK. Yeah, anyone on the UK mainland, and don't think you're smart by using a VPN, it won't work. Okay, do you think they're stupid? No, they're very clever, heavily funded. Anyone on mainland UK will no longer be able to use Signal, Telegram, or WhatsApp next year. We need to start thinking fast, guys. I spoke about this for a whole frigging year. There doesn't seem to be many solutions. Someone suggested that, what about a fax machine? That's a good idea. That's going to be hard to sort of access, isn't it? What about pages? Who remembers pages? Hospitals, I think, still use them. But guess what? 2025, December, yeah. So not next year, the year after. So 2 years, pretty much exactly. Guess what? You will no longer be able to use your landline in the UK. Did you know that? Some maybe. Many probably won't. It's a fact. If you don't believe me, do a search on it. No more landline from December 2025. Finito. No landlines, no fax machines. The only way that you can use a fax machine is to go online. Defeats the whole object, because anything online can and will be hacked. No privacy. So you're looking at all of these stages literally being ticked off. Okay, let's remove their privacy guard with encryption. Okay, tick. Okay, we can get into their stuff online. Brilliant. They're going to be using landlines and pages and fax machines. Okay, well, let's turn that off. 2025, dink, that's done. Another thing done. Whoa. And apparently I had an email from someone yesterday, I think it was, or maybe this morning. Can't remember. I've got thousands to go through. But they said that I think it was EE are no longer supporting the 3G network. How true that is, I don't know. It's just what I've been told. So they're gradually shutting down all of the proven methods of communication which we've been accustomed to. Okay. I done a video the other day. If you haven't seen it, check it out. My latest video. That was pretty much talking about this sort of stuff. All right. Owen says a fax can be read. It could be read if you had resources targeted to read it, but it's not as easy to read if you're a hacker, if you're online and you can get into something. It's a lot more difficult. But yeah, most things are readable, but it's more secure than people think. But yeah, they're trying to put it, like I say, take away the landlines. Whoa, who knew about that one? True, it's coming down the road. TV sets. If you haven't seen my video, guess what? If you go over to your smart TV, if you've got one, look around it. Now, my advice would be is to use a torch. Oh, if I can do it. It doesn't have to be a fancy torch. Any torch would do, okay? You get yourself a torch, you turn it on, and you look around the frame of your telly, okay? Look closely. You will see one, usually two, or maybe more on some of the new TVs. Tiny little cameras watching you whilst you're watching the telly. Yeah, all smart tellies have them. Some of them are getting smart and they're trying to sort of take them away from the screens and put them away from the frame of the telly into the screen itself. Crazy. And there are reports that microphones exist in the TV set and in the remote control. So how many of you people have a smart TV in the bedroom? How many of you like to get frisky with your partner in bed? Well, guess what? You're being watched. How does that make you feel? This is what I'm talking about. Privacy goes along with freedom, and we are losing our freedoms. We are. And it's going to push people into a civil war one of these days. Because people are just going to be so frigging hacked off with all of the stuff going on. And when some people finally realize, guess what? Yes, we've been lied to pretty much since birth. The first natural reaction when you fully understand that, yes, you've been lied to, is to get angry. It's the first natural reaction. We all done it. We all go through that process when we wake up or we become aware. Way back in the day, it happened to me back in 2008, a long time ago now. Yeah, I understand. But there's people out there probably watching now who woke up in 2020. Lots of people did. But go careful, because there's lots of psyops, psychological operations already laid in waiting, problem, reaction, solution. They knew instantly when they was going to do 2020 and all of the stuff. They knew what to expect. They already had bull crap stuff set up, waiting for people who woke up in 2020. One of them was the Q movement, QAnon, complete BS. Yeah, if you're still waiting for the white hats, the Galactic Federation, Q to give you codes, Trump to come running along and become president and save the world, guess what, Jack? PSYOP. You've been woke up way before then, can see that stuff. But it's difficult. When we woke up back in 2008, and some of us woke up way before that, there wasn't no sort of PSYOPs really laid down ready for us. But there was definitely in 2020. And now those are just a few. There's many more. Okay. All of these children's in tunnels and all this stuff, you're going to just be running around chasing their ass. The real stuff, the most important thing anyone to keep an eye on is central bank digital currency. That is the biggest thing. And guess what? Do you know why it's the biggest thing? Because it's the only thing that's not being talked about on a regular basis. Go to the Bank of England's website. It's very vague. There's not much latest information on there. It's just something they thought they might look into a few years ago. And it's pretty much just stopped. Let me tell you this, Jack. It's happening. It's moving along in the background. Heavily invested. Lots of companies linked globally to central bank digital currency. That is going to kick so many people up the arse. Big time. That's one of the reasons why it's a good idea to become a prepper. And I know it's just a buzzword. It's a media word. To me, all prepping is common sense. So you think 2025 central bank digital currency is going to be unveiled, rolled out. Press the fire button, call it what you will. They will have power to block any transaction that they so wish. They've already going to be having data on you, unless you're a grey man and you don't go online. If you're one of those, you probably won't even watch this video anyway, because the only way to watch this video is to watch it online. Unless someone's recorded it and you watch their recording, maybe. Very, very few and far between. But if you are, hey, fair play to you. 51st State, who remembers that film? Very good film. But yeah, it's absolutely happening, Jack. And so my advice would be, think ahead, think of all of the important, bare basic things which you feel you're going to need to help you and your loved ones have the best standard of living that you can do and what you're accustomed to moving forward. So power. There's going to be power cuts. They're going to be cutting power. They're going to make it expensive. It makes sense to get battery banks, battery power banks, all of that sort of stuff. And if you're new to this and you need advice on that, there's links underneath this video. Take you to the EcoFlow page where there's loads of discounts, etc. Yes, lots of people are getting this stuff early, because when all of this stuff kicks off, you're going to have like 3-day weeks. They've already been talking about that a few months ago, going into this winter. 3-day weeks, maybe next year. So we're talking January, February, when the real winter starts. Imagine that. Do you still want to run your fridge freezer 7 days a week? Or do you don't mind it shutting down and thawing out all of that meat that you stored up? Yeah, think about important things moving forward. Fuel, off-grid heating, gas bottles, paraffin, whatever it is. Are you okay, you and your family, with your kids in a house with no heating over 1, 2, 3 winters on the trot? Is that going to be good? Or are you going to try and think ahead of the game, get all of that stuff in advance before your transactions get blocked through central bank digital currency? Think about it. It's definitely something to think about, because like lots of people are discovering, no one is coming to help. No one is coming to help. It's down to you. Do you really think the government give a flying toss about you? Do you think the council give a toss about you? I'll tell you what they do like. They like getting money from you. Yeah. And what sort of services are you getting in return? Look at all the potholes. Does that make you feel good? All of that money that we're paying, all of our taxes, and yet we've got billions of potholes everywhere. LED Street lights right outside your house, emitting them frequencies, keeping you awake at night. Yeah, thanks. And council tax is going up all the time. The bin collections. You can't get rid of this. You can't bloody get rid of that. If you want your green waste disposed, you get an increasingly smaller bag every single year. They cost more and more and more. Really? So you think someone's going to come and help? You can absolutely sit in group A if you like. It's up to you. It's cool by me. What else have we got? Yeah, smartphones taking pictures of you. Did you know that? Moreover, iPhones. If you've got an iPhone and you've got a camera, okay, put the camera on video. If you're lucky enough to have infrared, okay, turn it on, look through the screen, get your iPhone, turn it on, and point it towards it. Every 3 seconds, you will see the infrared flash. Every 3 seconds. Do you know what it's doing? It's taking a picture of you from your screen camera every 3 seconds on an iPhone. Yep. Data gathering, biometrics, etc. God forbid you happen to stand your phone up somewhere and you go and take your clothes off in the shower or whatever. Yeah, they're taking your photographs without your consent or knowledge, probably. I don't know what generation these iPhones were. Maybe they're the older ones, maybe they're the brand new ones. I will never get an iPhone. I think people who buy iPhones are extremely moronic. And if you think that's harsh, I don't care. It's fine. I'm just speaking my truth. iPhones, to me, you can't download music. You have to buy it from the iStore. Okay. Well, I got given some really cool headphones from my friend for a birthday present. Oh, you can't plug them into an iPhone. They have to be special iPhone ones. Ah, okay. What about some of these cool apps that my friend's got, a Samsung? Oh, no. You need the Apple one. Is there an equivalent? No. So anyone who chooses a phone which will give you limited options, in my opinion, is a freaking ridiculous bullcrap move. And you've only got yourself to blame. So if you've got an iPhone, you think it's great, well, I hope you enjoy paying for every single music track you downloaded. On my phone there, I've got 8,000 tracks on there. Didn't cost me a penny. That's more freedom, wouldn't you agree? Anyway, all I'm saying is yeah, iPhones, well, spy on you, big time. And yes, I know that you got Bixby with Samsung. It seems all phones are pretty much really, really good surveillance devices. If you want a de-Googled phone, you want to seek out a friend of mine, Rob, is over in LA. Rob Braxman is called the Internet Privacy Guy. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go into YouTube, type in the Internet Privacy Guy. His name's Rob Braxman. He sells de-Googled phones. So you can get these phones, and providing you don't put any Google apps on there, you can absolutely remain ghost-like. Yeah, not tracked. Got to be smart though. Don't abuse it. If you really respect your privacy, that would definitely be the way to go. What else is there? Yeah, who's noticed barriers going up in supermarkets? Now, I think someone told me about this a year or two ago. Sainsbury's were doing it. Tesco's started it this year. I can only assume that different stores, different names of stores will have different things at different times. I fully understand that. So don't be that jerk who's going to say, oh, don't be silly, that's been out for years. Well, maybe where you are, but do you live everywhere at the same time? No, you don't. Stop being a dick. Listen, lots of supermarkets are putting barriers. So when you go into the store, they open up automatically. Why? Because there's a great big camera recording who goes in the store. There's someone come in, open the barrier. Okay, you try to walk back through there. No way. If the barrier is open and you walk back through there, guess what? An alarm goes off. Yeah. And guess what? At the beginning, everyone looked. Now it's called normalcy bias. It happens so regular, no one looks. So that system failed pretty much, didn't it? Yeah. So people can go backwards and forwards through the one-way barriers, etc. But not only that, they've got barriers where the checkouts are. Now, I don't know about you, but when you've got the 2 rows of checkouts, okay, you've got quite a big gap in the middle. So you can easily get two lots of people with their trolleys. And I like to get my trolley at an angle so I can stand in the gap and pass stuff onto the thing. I can't do that anymore. Why? Because these absolutely bull crap frigging barriers have been put there, and it just limits the space. It's a nightmare. God forbid if you've got a wheelchair or you're a larger person and trying to get through there. It's a nightmare. It's all about control. Yeah. Tesco's is getting really bad. I think, if I remember, Richard Vobe's done a video about it. And do you know what he done? He said, I want you, the viewer, to go into Tesco's or maybe Co-op and record. Get your phone out and start recording all of the cameras everywhere. Guess what? Yeah, a few days later, he got banned for a week. Richard's a nice guy. He's only woke up recently. I think he's got a lot to learn. I love him to bits, don't get me wrong, but that was a bad move. You have to be clever. You can't be seen to incite people. You can't. Because if you've got a half-decent following, like Richard and I probably have, I don't know. I've been told I've got a big following. I think a big following is like 1 or 2 million plus. That's a big following. 100,000, it sounds like a lot, but in the scheme of things, it's not that much. Nonetheless, it does seem that if you get to over 100,000 YouTube subscribers, yeah, you're on the radar, Jack. They monitor what you do. And if you've got a big following, over 100,000, shall we say, and you're encouraging and you're inciting a lot of people, it's a bad move. So Richard, when he went out, said, yeah, everyone, get your phones, go to Tesco's and record all of these things. And at some point, you probably have a member of staff approach you and say, excuse me, what are you doing? Oh, you're filming me, so what can I film you? See, this is the thing. This is what I said earlier. When people wake up, the first reaction is, I've been lied to, you're going to be angry. What Richard done was a little bit angry. He was angry going into Tesco's, being monitored everywhere. The options you've got is either don't go in there, which is probably the best one, and support it all, or just to disguise yourself. So if you wanted to, you could wear one of them face coverings, you could put a baseball cap on and look down, whatever you want to do if you value your privacy. Because like I say, they're gathering your data and they're giving it to other companies without your consent. So it's up to you what you want to do. I'm not inciting anything. I'm just saying, when you're in big supermarkets, have a look around and look up. You might be surprised or possibly shocked to see hundreds of cameras up there, everywhere. Crazy. It's all about control and conditioning, like we said. So once again, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lots. We're going to be talking about the emergency alerts, local government, 15-minute cities, councils. Yeah, local government with the councils. And the meat as well, talking about meat. But unfortunately, not today. We have run out of time already. I can't believe that is all just gone. It's crazy. So, okay, let me see what's going on. Oh my God, Margaret. Oh, she's feeling a lot better. Wow, thank you for that, sweetheart. You're a legend. Margaret, I don't know if you're in the chat, but I know lots of my regular viewers, and we have a seriously good donator to the channel. She's amazing. Her name is Margaret, and she's just informed me that she's feeling a lot better because she's had some big problems lately, and she has been struggling, and I hate having friends who are going through some bad stuff. So Margaret, I'm sure the guys and girls in the chat are going to wish you well, and glad to hear that you're on the mend. That's really, really good. Margaret, we love you. You're incredible. Really, really spot on. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to make sure that, oh, look at this. We've got another donation, bless you, from Dog. Yo, Dog. CBD guy, you can just tell. We got 1118 in the chat. Wow. Cool. And we got Owen as well, who said fax machine that can be read. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, let me know how that happens. I know if you're on a landline and it can be intercepted, blah, blah, blah. Also, we got another donation from Elegant Rebel. And any EMP stroke solar flare will, yeah, 100% agree. If that happens and we have a true, I would say CME, not an EMP or solar flare, yes, that would be game over. In fact, if you guys are pretty new to all of this sort of stuff, a really good docudrama to watch on YouTube. It was made by Channel 4 in the UK, and I think it was in 2013. So go into YouTube and type in Blackout 2013, so 2013, CH4, as in Channel 4. You type all that into YouTube, and it will come up. It's about an hour. Yes, it's exactly what the lady just said. If the power goes, that's it. We're screwed. Human race is screwed. If they can't restore power within 7 days globally, that's it. It's game over. Yeah. So if you are not prepped, you're going to be in big doo-doo. Yeah, you are going to become a victim very, very quick. There's no way around it, okay? So what we do need to do is check this out. Gold. Look at that. Gold is the highest it's been in 5 years. 3 years. Boom. It's the high just there. 1 year. You can see where it's going up. 6 months. So yes, gold has topped over 2K on Oz. Okay. So any of you guys holding gold, don't sell. What else have we got? Someone asked me, has the threat level changed? So quickly, I usually do this at the beginning, but I'll be honest, I completely forgot. MI5, so that is the UK security service for mainland United Kingdom. Okay, so the current threat level here in the UK is substantial. Northern Ireland is severe. That's been like that all year. It's not changed. Okay, so here's the two that I've highlighted there, which we are in. If you see Northern Ireland go to critical, guess what? Start prepping, guys. Something's going to go down in Northern Ireland. And if, God forbid, we see critical happen here in the UK, be on alert big time. It's no joke. Those guys don't sleep. They're always on. So I would like to thank everyone who's donated to the channel. It's really going to help go towards paying that 500 quid for the car. Is anyone else had a problem with their car? I don't know why, but do you get MOTs in December? What a pain in the butt. The surface as well. It's like ka-ching, ka-ching. I remember putting a post up on Instagram. I finally got like 20, 30 quid left out of all of the money. And my car. Surprise, surprise. Yeah. Why is it the cars always cock up when there's not much money around? Yeah. So let me know if you've had the same stuff. So you guys who have donated, that really helps at least sort that out. And that is really appreciative. Because without any sort of donations coming in, I can't really carry on. I'm going to have to stop all this and just go and get a bloody rat race job, which I've tried ever so much to stay out of, just to help you guys and get up to date. So everyone has donated. Thank you so much. If you're watching a replay, yes, you can. The links are below the video. And everyone who's commented on the live stream, amazing. Seriously cool. Every single comment, good, bad, or indifferent, go for it. It's really, really appreciated, because what I do is I set the replay on the live streams. Okay, so when this video is done and it's uploaded, there's usually like a 20-minute, half an hour delay. Then the live chat replay will appear. The amount of times I see comments and say, I can't see the chat. No, for some weird reason, it takes YouTube about half an hour to run it all through and then to show it. But I've actually selected it to be replayed. Not every YouTuber does, and I wish they would, because I'm interested to see what people are talking about based upon the topics which I'm discussing too. So everyone who's commented, thank you so much. Everyone who's watched this far, excuse me, on the replay, I really, really respect you for spending your valuable time, and time is tight. Time is the most precious commodity, and I can't thank you enough for spending your time listening to my views, my research notes, and indeed looking at what other people think and feel about these frigging crazy times we're in right now. And yes, we have to be prepared, because if you're not, you're going to end up like the sheep, and you're going to suffer like someone put on there earlier about toilet paper in 2020. Don't be one of those guys, okay? We're better than that. We're switched on and we don't need it. All of the moderators, the Blue Spanner folk, thank you so much. Absolutely awesome. And there she is. I was just going to mention Margaret as well. Thank you so much for helping the channel, Margaret. You are an absolute wonderful woman. Really appreciate everything that you do. For me, the family, the channel, it's really appreciated. So thank you, Rachel. Margaret, you're an absolute legend. So yes, all of you moderators, without you, this chat will tear itself apart. So yeah, don't take no prisoners. If someone's being disrespectful, not just for me, for anyone else in the chat, if they're being really out of order, block them instantly. You've got my full blessing, okay? Smash them up with that spanner. That's it. It takes the idiots who do that more time to create another YouTube account to come and do another comment, but it takes seconds to block them. So just keep blocking them. They'll get bored and go and play with some other person, okay? So the moderators, the commenters, everyone, thank you so much, including Margaret, and of course Rachel as well. Thank you so much for watching. You guys take care. Thanks for watching. Stay funky.